Hello YouTube, this is Dr. Audio Man. I'm back with another short tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to sequence a funky drum pattern. These techniques can be used in various different genres, however, this style, what I'm doing today, is more suited for glitch hop or neuro-hop music. One of the most important things to do first is to have some decent drum samples. You can find many different samples all over the internet. What I'm going to do, I'm going to load up a set of drum samples. I've selected various different types of samples which consist of a kick. I've gone for a snare drum. If you're going for that Cohen sound snare, you might want to try 250 to 200 Hertz. When I mean that, just make sure the frequency peaks in this area. There you go. And I've gone through various different types of hi-hats. I've gone for a close hat there. I've gone for a crash. I've also gone for an open hat and the ride sample. The ride sample is very important, just as much as the other sounds. I just wanted to stress that hi-hats are very important to give your track, your drum sequence, the groove that's needed. Before I get down to sequencing the drum, I just want to say it's important that when you're starting to sequence out your drum pattern, it's important that you change the grid to 16T. When I mean 16T, I mean triplets. As you can see, when you change your grid, it comes with a T, which means triplets. And the idea of triplets is basically, instead of having 16 notes per bar, you're actually getting 24 per bar. So I'm just going to decrease it so we're working with one bar here. And as you do that, you just need to make sure you change your grid so it's 16. Right, as you can see, you can count to 24. These are little subdivided bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've got 6 in each. Therefore, 6 times 4 equals 24. The reason why we like to use a triplet grid is because a lot of glitch hop and neuro-hop music rely on a lot of funk in their sound. Funk music is often swung heavy, and using triplets can achieve great results. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to dive straight in. What I like to begin with right from the get-go is the snare drum. I like to put the snare drum on number 2 and 4. In most cases, this is where you will put your snare. It just gives you sort of like a click to begin with. As you can see, 1's there, 2, 3, 4, and your kick drum will always go on the 1. You can explore in different areas where you want, where you want to fit your kick drum. So if we just listen back to this, tempo needs changing down to a more glitch hop, neuro-hop style. There we go, and we're just going to make sure that's looping. So what I like to do now is just add a few more hits. The idea is to make the kick drum play off the snare drum. And because we've got this triplet grid, you'll get the effect. As you can hear there, the kick drum's playing off the snare drum. Right, what we tend to do now, or what I will do, I will go for the ride cymbal. I like to place the ride cymbal on number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 1, the 4, and the 6. And what I do tend to do is decrease the velocity on some of these hits. This just gives the track a bit of movement. Velocity is very important to give your hi-hats or your other drum sounds, some variation. And then what we can do then is just copy it straight across. So if we play that now, as you can hear, it's got like a funky sort of groove to it. The next thing I like to do is sort of accent the ride cymbal with another hi-hat sound, and I like to play sort of the 4. If you listen to it now, just copy those across. And again, what you can do is accent the hi-hat. What I like to do is just lay one just in front and reduce velocity. You can experiment and use different areas. I mean, by all means, you don't have to use the exact same pattern. This is just something you can start off with. As you can see here, I've accented the hi-hat right here, so if we play this now. And then we can also even accent one of the kick drums. It's just a case of finding the sweet spot for your sound. Before I go back, before I play it again, I just want to talk about this current sound and snare. Again, what we can do is find the EQ, place the EQ on the snare drum. And do you remember when I talked about the frequencies being hit between 250 to 280, you'll see in here. Right, that's where the peak frequency is hitting at 254. So what I would do is sometimes exaggerate that to sort of give it an even more (264). And there you go, it's just a basic glitch sequence drum beat, but I've just showed you how using the triplet grid you can achieve that sort of groovy, funky feel to your drum hits. So I hope you've taken something out of this. Please like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, please send me a message. I'll be more than welcome to help you out. And I will be back next time with another tip and trick